We'll figure it out.
All right, good afternoon. This is 5:45 on Tuesday, July 23rd. This is public hearing. I'd like to call the meeting to order to acknowledge that the press and public were duly notified of the meeting in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act. Nicole, you want to ensure a quorum, please?
Absolutely. Councilmember Campson? Here. Councilmember Pierce?
Here.
Councilmember Anderson?
Here.
Councilmember Ward? Councilmember Goshen?
Here.
Councilmember Myers? Here. Councilmember Hahn?
Here.
Councilmember Carroll? Mayor Pounds?
Here.
You have a quorum?
Thank you. Purpose of our meeting is public hearing on the following ordinances: Ordinance 2024-03 and Ordinance 2024-05. Desiree, you want to take us through a couple of these, please?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. This is a public hearing for Ordinance 2024-03 and Ordinance 2024-05. The first ordinance in front of you is an ordinance that would prohibit the placement of political signs in the public right-of-way. That would bring the city up in line with state statute and a Supreme Court ruling that would prevent the regulation of signs based on content. South Carolina Code 572510 makes it unlawful for a person to display, place, or affix a sign within rights-of-way of state highways. These would be allowed on private property per section 54136 as long as they do not exceed 8 square feet. This ordinance was approved for first reading on April 23rd. It was reviewed and recommended by the Administration Committee. Ordinance 2024-05 was approved for first reading in May 28, 2024, was reviewed and recommended by the Planning Commission and the Public Services and Facilities Committee. This ordinance would require new construction projects in the SR1, SR2, and SR3 districts to retain stormwater for new impervious surfacing. This amount would be equal to about a 10-year storm event, and the retention can be achieved by depressing an area of the yard or installing under gravel or vault systems or a combination of the two. The ordinance would also allow owners of low lots to elevate their property up to 7.4 of elevation with the approval of a plan by the zoning administrator. The plan would have to certify that the post-construction stormwater will not, the stormwater pattern will not result in additional stormwater runoff, or that the runoff will not be done in an accelerated manner. You may ask if there is any public comment from the audience.
Questions here too or not? Council?
These will be, yes, these will be presented to council at the council meeting now at 6 for second reading.
All right. Any public comments to be made on either one of those ordinances? Hearing none, there being no further business.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor? Aye.